Hello and welcome to Rash Decisions with Noah Taff. I'm your host, Noah Taff. As I'm currently recording this, it is 10:30 p.m. and my fourth reaction to Have I Got News for You, I should say, is about to go public in approximately 90 minutes. And 90 minutes from then, I am making the rash decision to record another episode that will be released later in the same day because I feel like it. This was requested just the other day by Sean. Thank you, Sean, for using your points on this. And since he requested another episode, I figured why not. This was also he requested this at the behest of Rob after Rob told us about this episode. Basically, this is Series 43, Episode 7. Came out in 2012. It is hosted by William Shatner. And the description I was given was basically Shatner had no clue what the fuck was going on. So I figured that'll be fun. Why not? Also, the guests on this one are Charlie Brooker and Andy Hamilton, who was one of the co-writers of Outnumbered. So yeah, this is about 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and watch it. Since, again, recording this is a rash decision, there's a fair chance that this will premiere on either OneHub or Dailymotion, unless I get lucky and get this unblocked very quickly. But it's possible this will be re-uploaded on YouTube at a later date. Nice.
Thank you so much. Good evening to you. And welcome to Have I Got News for You. I'm William Shatner. And in the news this week, as Didier Drogba leaves London in his private jet, there's evidence that Roman Abramovich really doesn't want him to go. As an Afghan army recruit reports back to base, there are suspicions that he may have spent too long patrolling the poppy fields. And at the G8 banquet for world leaders, Nick Clegg is given a vital role.
Goddamn Nick.
On Ian's team tonight is a writer and broadcaster who says he runs for at least an hour every day, and it's not a health thing. It's just a lot of people he's been nasty about want to punch him in the face. Please welcome Charlie Brooker. And with Paul tonight is a writer and broadcaster who supports Chelsea, so expect him to perform badly throughout the evening, but somehow end up on the winning side. Andy Hamilton.
Not nowadays. Expect him to spend $300 million
we start with the bigger stories of the week. Ian and Charlie, take a look at this.
It's the G8 summit.
It's Cameron sunning his moobs.
French Prime Minister, he just hasn't got the hang of it, has he?
Oh, that's a man using a computer to monitor the 3 remaining coins in the economy.
This is the G8 summit and Greece's attempts to cling on to the euro.
Can I just say what a joy and what a surreal experience it is having you on the show?
It is, yeah.
May I say, this is an out-of-body experience for me, too. How did the head of the International Institute of Finance describe the state of Europe?
It's a catastrophe.
It's a Eurozone meltdown, which sounds like a gay nightclub. And they're very worried about Greece. I know that much. I saw a headline.
Oh, that's during the Greece thing when they went bankrupt.
Where everything slides on Greece.
Well, somewhere between catastrophe and Armageddon. Your Sunday Times newspaper painted the worst-case scenario.
It's not ours. It belongs to Mr. Murdoch. He's yours. He's an American.
this Sunday Times painted the worst-case scenario in the event of the Greeks crashing out of the euro. Can you describe it to me?
Well, there's a run on the banks in Greece, then we're exposed to that, then all the other countries fail, then giant rats roam the streets throughout the whole of Europe. We're invaded by aliens. There's only one man to call on.
Well, they said unemployment would soar, inflation would soar, a deep recession would emerge across the continent, public services would fail, house prices would collapse, civil unrest would spread. But on the other hand, it may never happen. So don't worry, David Cameron's got it all under control. It's his ship now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's his ship, but not with a P.
Well, would you like to see the G8 leaders adopting a tough stance?
Yes.
Yes,
Well,
please.
yes, here they are. There's 10 of them.
They're doing
can't even count.
They did come to an agreement, though. They've agreed that they're going to do nothing.
Didn't they agree to buy the man at the end a new jumper?
Yeah, they probably should.
I think that's just somebody's dad. He's one.
What did the French president do wrong at the G8 summit, according to the Telegraph?
According to the Telegraph, well, he's French.
Francois Hollande had arrived for dinner in formal attire, but was urged to lose the neckwear by Obama. And here they are at dinner with no ties. So you can see how Camp David is relaxed and peaceful, and the others are enjoying themselves too.
I think Medvedev's choice of an icebreaker joke with Angela Merkel is that looks like a Nazi salute.
It does, yeah. That's the first thing Andy said the whole episode. He hadn't spoken in like 6 minutes.
Where was the real talking done?
Going to the gym. Didn't Obama and Cameron go to the gym together?
You see?
On a treadmill. On a
That's
treadmill?
right, on a running machine.
That's
Early in the
Going
morning.
nowhere. What a wonderful
It was on a running machine early in the morning after the dinner. Cameron and Obama went to the gym together, and according to the Observer, Obama arrived at Cameron's cabin in the forest. At
Dave Meltzer's Observer?
And the two men walked alone to the gym. Wearing their gym kits, they continued discussions on the running machines. And I kind of imagine that when Obama knocked on Cameron's cabin door, Cameron opened it in a short bathrobe, his legs shiny with oil, and the muscles of his thighs.
That's what you'd do, isn't it?
You can see why Obama's going for the gay marriage vote, can't you?
Or why he has an affinity towards Merkel. It was... sorry, these things will be cut out as we go along.
No, they won't.
How has this casual
Bill, you
approach...
haven't seen this show.
That's true, and luckily, I may add. How has this casual approach damaged David Cameron?
He is accused of chillaxing too much. Chillaxing is a horrible word. It's a combination of chilling out and relaxing. It's,
Whoa.
And anyone who combines words like that is just a funt.
Wait a minute. That is not an American word. What is that word again?
It's a funt. It's short for frightful count.
Right, yeah.
You're right. He was chillaxing. And he cooks, he drinks wine, he watches DVDs with his wife, plays snooker, has his own karaoke machine.
Plays what?
Snooker.
Snooker.
It's another blend word. Right. Snoozing with a...
With a bit of nookie.
You play with something long and balls.
You chalk the tip as well.
I don't see the problem with Cameron relaxing. They say this thing about he watches films on DVD. If he's watching a film on DVD, that's an hour and a half where he can't be doing any damage.
Can you name some of his favorite pieces of relaxation technology?
He's addicted to playing a video game called Fruit Ninja. There are video games he could play where he learns to run a country or over
I used to be addicted to that too.
Structure of a small city, but no, he's swiping at revolving fruit.
I could be the Prime Minister.
That serves no purpose. Britain has never and will never come under attack from revolving fruit.
You don't know that.
He's wasting his time.
What other leisure activities were available at Camp David?
Watching the football.
Yeah. And here they are, watching the first shootout that Obama watched live on TV. Of course, this is not the first. There was another shootout on TV. And David Cameron had plenty of other things to worry about. What just emerged from the Levinson inquiry about the B-Sky B bid?
This is a memo to Cameron from Jeremy Hunt. Mr. Hunt was meant to be an impartial judge about whether Mr. Murdoch, who owns your Sunday Times, should be allowed to own anything else over here. And Mr. Hunt appeared to have already made up his mind, extraordinarily.
That's outrageous.
It is absolutely outrageous.
Well, what is being done about it?
Well, Phaser's set to stun, I think.
The wife, Jeremy Hunt, got the haircut of an 11-year-old boy. It's true, he's got that duckling tuft thing.
Duckling tuft?
Yeah.
One of the finest Shakespearean actors this country ever produced. You saw Duckling Tuft in his prime.
He played Hamlet. He became Sir Duckling Tuft. On the subject of the Champions League final, anyone notice what the Chelsea captain John Terry did after the final whistle?
Yes, he got into his kit, didn't he? And he celebrated with everyone else. He'd been suspended and he got into his kit. To be fair, he's used to getting changed very quickly. Usually there's a key in the front door.
And a honey I'm home.
Exactly. But he took credit for something he hadn't done.
Yes, and many people thought John Terry was intruding on somebody else's great moment, and some people on the internet did this.
It's pretty good.
And this. On the subject of faked images, did anybody see the Romanian TV presenter who tried to fake a sandstorm?
No.
No.
The man was reporting on a sandstorm, missed the sandstorm, and here's what happened.
Chiar și la această oră vântul suflă cu putere. Sunt momente în care este aproape imposibil să stai aici pe malul mării din cauza faptului că vântul suflă cu peste 60 de kilometri.
G8 meeting. The leaders watched Chelsea win the Championship League on television, but there was outrage as the presentation of the trophy was spoiled by the unwelcome presence of an arrogant hate figure. In a recent speech, the former Prime Minister Gordon Brown declared, "We need a larger firewall to prevent the crisis from spreading, and the unpalatable truth is that the European countries can no longer rescue themselves without international support." That's what you need in a crisis. A mad Scotsman shouting, "We cannot take it any longer." Paul and Andy, take a look at this.
All right, this is the Olympic flame, is it not? It's the beginning of the Olympic Games. The plane's been dipped in a special bowl of Olympic custard.
He's been to Ratner's.
He's been to Ratner's. This is the eternal flame that keeps going out.
Oh, he's milking.
And I don't know if it's actually a light there or not. Yeah, so the Olympics are coming to London. They've kept it secret, but now we can actually tell people.
Oh, look, that's a very festive attack by Al-Qaeda. Look.
Yeah.
How did the Olympic flame arrive on
It was
British
flown
soil?
in that plane, which Boris described as a custard-coloured comet. Streaking through the sky to bring Promethean fire from the Greek homeland to London.
Yeah.
You think I'm making it up? That's exactly what he said.
I believe you.
It goes out a lot, this flame.
But
yes,
then they take it back to the mother flame. That's what they've got. Is every time it goes out, it's like they think we're all children. Oh, there's this sacred mother flame that we keep in the van.
Well, it flew from Greece.
Flame, isn't that the sun?
They should erect a scaffold to the sun. That would be impressive.
A long piece of folded newspaper, just get the light of it.
So it arrived in the Golden Plane, as you said, and then on to Cornwall in a Sea King search and rescue helicopter. Let's see how the waiting crowd enjoyed the historic moment when that helicopter arrived.
Its arrival was perfectly choreographed and hard to miss.
Oh. Damn.
What happened in Great Torrington on day 3 of the flame's 70-day journey?
The flame was put out and they had to resort to the mother flame that was being carried around in a Volkswagen van. But that had also gone out, so they had to go to the grandmother flame, which is kept in a sealed unit in Switzerland.
They do know that we have the secret of making fire in this country. I mean, we are capable of independently reigniting a torch that goes out.
That's what you think.
We import fire. Do we?
We will soon.
Well, the flame went out, and game organizers blamed a malfunctioning burner. I had one myself once. They put too many jalapenos in my enchiladas. I needed that helicopter wind to blow the flame out of it. What is the relay a chance to show the world?
That we're British.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we understand about fire.
Yeah, we understand the sacred flame of gorgeous goodness.
It's a chance to showcase some of Britain's most beautiful landmarks. According to the Daily Mirror, Didier Drogba.
What any of these words mean.
Didier. Why doesn't he change his name?
Yeah.
Carried the torch through Swindon town centre, and which unsung community hero carried the torch through Taunton?
Oh, I know that.
You know that, in Somerset.
Yes. These torches were meant to be carried by local people to show the community spirit. And in Taunton, it was Will.i.am.
Did he come from Taunton?
No. Taunton, Ohio.
Maybe, yeah.
I'd love it if he did come from Taunton.
Well, Will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas. Here he is telling the BBC how important an experience it was to him.
So yeah, this is like, it feels like a dream, right? This is something that you always saw on TV growing up. And so to be here today in the UK, you know, with all the hard work that it took me to get to this level to be able to do that. It's following and pursuing my dreams. And, you know, and now I'm here in the UK running the torch. It's great.
That's essentially a tribute to himself.
Yeah.
He said, you know, I grew up watching this as a kid. When I never remember ever seeing the torch being run. It wasn't on every day, was it? It wasn't like Star Trek, which you watch, which I watched with my dinner in my lap every evening, but not in my, you know.
Brenda's thrown up. Quick, chuck something at the screen.
What have some of the relay runners been criticised for doing?
As soon as you've walked your 5 metres as part of the spectacle, you sell it on eBay.
Well, they've come in for criticism for selling the torches on eBay. Making money out of the Olympics is thought to be absolutely against the spirit of the games. Visa or Samsung or Coca-Cola or McDonald's or Lloyd's, TSB, Adidas, BP, British Airways. Otherwise, it's a noble enterprise.
You weren't paid for reading them all out, were you?
I got a great deal of money for each one of those. And in the next question, I mentioned some more. What disappointments...
Coca-Cola.
Now you're cut in.
Millets, can I just say that? Let's see if I get some money from Millets.
All right. Aim higher than Millets.
What disappointments lay in store for torchbearer Sarah Milner-Simons?
Was she lost in fog? Someone got lost in the fog in...
Yeah, they did. They got lost in the fog, even though they were following someone with a flaming torch.
Well, she thought she sold her torch for £153,100. Unfortunately, this turned out to be a hoax. Andrew Bell, who ran a leg of the journey in Cornwall, removed his eBay advertisement after messages of complaint were posted on the website. But he explained, we could genuinely use the money. We have a lovely baby boy, and my wife has just gone back to work after maternity leave. And also, the torch is nearly 1 meter long. Looks weird on a motorcycle. What caused confusion in Truro?
Well, they're Cornish, aren't they? They'll always be confused in Truro.
I'm going to Truro on Sunday for a gig.
Good luck, Paul.
No, I'm not. I'm dissociating myself from everything you say.
You told me to say that before we came on, you know.
Yep.
Well, crowds lining the streets in the Cornish town saw someone running down the high street and got ready to cheer as the torchbearer came past. According to the Daily Mail, however, it was a shoplifter holding aloft a bottle of rosé and being pursued by 2 assistants from the co-op. And what were the organizers of a roadside hog roast advised not to do?
Don't roast a hog off the side of the road.
Well,
Don't light the fire.
Well,
it's against health and safety.
You're on the right track.
Don't use the torch to roast the hog.
Organizers.
Oh, yes, because if you use the torch to roast the hog, then the hog becomes the keeper of the eternal flame.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to march through the streets with the hog.
Right.
The sacred hog that's alight.
Yeah.
It just looks stupid.
Yeah, we look silly.
Organizers of the giant hog roast told The Independent, we wanted to call it the Olympig. But we were advised against it. It's a bit close to the branding. Meanwhile, according to the Daily Telegraph, thousands of people lining the streets have given the relay a carnival feel. For example, someone dressed as a cod and another as a chip in Falmouth. You Brits really know how to put on a show, right?
You wait till you see our opening ceremony.
It was really good, actually.
Hundreds of chips.
7 cod.
Morris in a giant cod costume.
This is the Olympic torch, which is boldly going where no Olympic torch has gone before. Namely,
Hey.
Yes, I agree with you. Namely, Truro and Ilfracombe.
Sounds deeply sexual. Kind of like a cigar advert.
Have you been to Ilfracombe?
I have.
The place is laced with prostitution.
That's their new slogan now.
Come and get laid in Ilfracombe. Chelsea hero. Here we go again. Didier.
Yes.
Carried the torch through Swindon. Oh, there was one awkward moment when John Terry stripped off and ran alongside him. Will I Am carried the torch through Collingwood, and thousands lined the streets to witness this once-in-a-lifetime sight. Oh, my God, a black guy in the West Country? That's not racist. Hey, I'm the guy who kissed Uhura.
You kissed green women, you kissed sort of silver women.
I discriminate not in color.
How did you know they had all the right anatomical...
It doesn't matter when you're kissing.
Okay.
Well, is there any life form you wouldn't kiss?
No, to give it life, I would kiss at anything.
Yeah, would you?
The breath of life from me.
Indeed.
To them.
You bring people back to life.
He's not doing bad with this show,
you
be honest.
Yeah.
So now we're at round 2.
Aren't we? Yeah.
And I'm going to give you musical clues to these stories. And this is from my latest album, which I take it you've heard.
Oh, no.
Okay, see? I appeal to the masses and not to the intelligentsia. Okay, here we go. And I think it's going to be a long, long time. Till touchdown brings me around again to find that I'm not the man they thought I am.
Yeah.
At all.
Rocket Man.
Oh, no. I'm a rocket man. Anybody?
I love that. Andy's so
Anybody
confused.
got an idea?
Yeah.
I'm just overwhelmed by this.
Yeah, me too.
Is everyone experiencing this in my head.
There's a rocket, which has been a commercial rocket, has been launched.
There you go.
And on it are remains of your co-star.
Yes, it is.
I read that in the Telegraph, and I thought, how fitting and appropriate, you know, that Scotty's ashes go into space. And I turned the page, and there was a report that the man who invented the TV remote controller died. And I thought, well, what they should do with his ashes is put them somewhere where you can never find them.
Pretty good.
Or with lots of urns that look very similar. Are actually that urn.
This is the news that an exciting new era of commercial space travel has begun with the successful launch of the Dragon. Shall we have a look at how this thrilling new dawn began?
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff did not occur.
A spokesman for SpaceX told reporters, all space flight is incredibly complicated. Well, it's not rocket science. What was the problem blamed on?
Romulans.
It was expecting the universe to rush towards us.
Apparently there were computer problems based on gremlins. The launch heralded in a new era of privately funded space travel. According to the Times, when a spokesman was asked how many gallons of water are sprayed on the launch pad to muffle the shockwave, he replied, oh, shitloads. This is a major breakthrough in commercial space travel. According to the Times, some of the parts of the rocket were bought on eBay, which explains why the jet thrust looks suspiciously like Olympic torches. According to The Independent, the space capsule will carry 1,000 pounds of cargo for delivery to the International Space Station. And if none of the astronauts are in, then they will leave a card telling them to pick it up between 8 and 11 from their nearest asteroid. Okay, another musical clue.
Oh, no.
Oh, Canada. I stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada. We stand on guard for
The... This is like a drug trip, bro.
Reminded of any Canada-related news stories?
Have there ever been any Canada?
There was that old joke about Dean Martin. He saw a sign that said "Drink Canada Dry," so he went there and did. You probably remember that first time.
Yes, I remember. That was page 3 on the joke book.
Yes.
Did anyone get eaten by bears? That's quite a common story in
That's
Canada.
a common story in Canada.
Yeah.
And maple syrup.
Yeah.
This is the news that a nude painting of Prime Minister of Canada
Justin Trudeau
has been sold. Here it is. It's entitled Emperor Haute Couture. Yeah.
That's not
I must
PG.
say the painting looks well hung.
Has that dog been fed? I'd be nervous.
The artist must be ecstatic about the sale. Anyone like to hazard a guess?
What the fuck? That's gotta be a glitch. Oh, okay. Yes, it did. It was a glitch. or wait, or was it? Wait, I'm very confused. What the fuck just happened? Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. I've got to gotta check something real quick. Okay, so I just got a notification for that and what the fuck? Thank you so much to Greg, who just donated me $200 on Patreon. What the fuck? Like, I saw that notification just pop up on my phone. I really hope he didn't do that on accident. If you did, message me back and I'll refund you, but That fucking hit me like a ton of bricks. I was... Jesus Christ, that came out of nowhere. Good Lord. Well, regardless of whether you meant to do that or not, thank you. I hope you meant to do it, because if not, shit. If not, message me back and I'll fucking refund you. Good Lord. That I was looking at my phone because I was setting a timer for something. Because there's a glitch in this footage that I needed to go back and edit. And then I saw that pop up on my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? Some of y'all are crazy. I really hope he meant to do that. Good Lord. Well, again, thank you, regardless. Jesus Christ. Well, now I have to emotionally recover from that and finish this. Let's do it.
Ecstatic about the sale. Anyone like to hazard a guess as to her facial expression on hearing the news?
Deep surprise, mixed with nostalgic longing for the 1950s.
Anybody else with, with an equally important answer?
This could be a new show, couldn't it? Guess the facial expression.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
She's overjoyed. In other art-related news, what can you see at a new art exhibition in London?
There's an invisible pillar. The artwork is not there to make you think what might be.
Why is it not here?
In a sense, it is here.
I can see it.
Yeah, but you're on special medication.
The Hayward Gallery is gathering together 50 invisible works by famous artists for display. Shall we have a look at a couple?
Yes, well, these are twin pieces here. The first one is a white Persian cat in Snowstorm, and the other one is a
Lib Dem Manifesto.
This is the naked painting of Canadian Premier Stephen Harper. According to BBC News, the artist has a collection of several nudes on her website. So have I, but that's none of your business. The painting of the Prime Minister's naked penis can be seen on a wall in a
Trudeau
public
become
library,
president?
hanging
Or Prime
between
Minister,
two
I'm sorry.
Pollocks.
2014? He's been it for a while. And I'm sorry, I missed that joke.
On a wall in a public library, hanging between two Pollocks.
It's good, it's an art joke.
That's Jackson to you. Meanwhile, in London, a new exhibition of invisible artworks will open to the public in June. According to the Times, tickets cost £8. So the one thing they can see is you coming. A final musical clue for you now.
Yes.
God save the Queen. The fascist regime. They made you a moron. Potential H-bomb. Anybody got any ideas?
No.
Other than throwing me out.
Is it The Rite of Spring by Stravinsky?
Yes.
I preferred that to the original. I like Your Common People.
Oh, well, thanks.
It's a serious
and you got
fan
a good
club
laugh?
up there.
Yeah.
Are you from Canada? It's all beginning to make sense.
When Charlie said, I like Your Common People, for an awful moment there, I thought that meant you kept slaves.
Well, this is news that 3 pensioners were evicted from a royal-themed tea room for refusing to stand up during the national anthem.
Oh, yes.
Who owns the tea room?
A mad lady.
It's Anita Atkinson.
You're right.
Whose personal views on the monarchy are a little unclear. 3 p.m. every day, the national anthem is played by a musical helium balloon.
Oh, that's nice and respectful. Yeah.
Is there anything else about the tea room that the ejected pensioners disliked apart from the
Pensioners,
national...
that's a good word.
It is, yeah.
Makes them sound more get up and go.
You could say pensioners. But it has such a common sound.
No, I love it.
We should start using that.
Pensioners.
Pensioners. Pioneers, exactly. People go out and get those
and rest.
winter fuel allowances.
And say one for all and all for... Sorry, but hang on, I've forgotten what I
You people are messed up. And I say that coming from a country that brought you the sandwich in a can and a TV channel for dogs.
Nothing wrong with that.
The tea room also contains a huge collection of royal memorabilia. Any guesses as to what?
Surely the Queen has the largest collection of royal memorabilia.
Her wardrobe.
Yes. Is it Princess Margaret?
According to the BBC, the toilets in the tea room have been turned into thrones.
That's not respectful, is it?
No. And there are cardboard cutouts of members of the royal family. The model of Kate Middleton was very similar to the real thing, as when she turns sideways, you can't see her. Time now for the odd one out round. Ready? Joaquin Phoenix, Stains, a boat called Bin Laden 1, and Tiger Bread. Ian and Charlie.
Stains has recently changed its name in order to appear more upmarket. So it's called itself Stains Upon Thames.
All of those things are insane except the
Stains
bus.
Upon Trousers. And Tiger Bread, that changed its name because a child wrote to the supermarket. As if children can now decide what foodstuffs are called. Because if I was a child, if I was written off to a supermarket when I was 6 years old, I'd have said, "Can we call beans fart pills?"
All right, what about his name?
Joaquin
Phoenix. He's changed his name.
Yes, because he would be... Because it was something like Leaf or something like that before, because there was River Phoenix, and so the kids had other names like Leaf and
I don't
Tree.
know the rules of this game, so isn't it therefore?
Oh, well, you know, it's sort of... It's about sort of... Although they're opposing team, I sort of feel there's a spirit of humanity that somehow we can reach across and make friends. Was there any sort of television series you ever involved in that gave across that idea that civilizations...
No, the whole thing is competition. You should be at each other's throats.
Yeah.
We're under attack, Captain.
Yeah.
Well, you're right, guys. They've all changed their names apart from Bin Laden boat, though it will be required to because the authorities think it could cause a security risk.
But it hasn't yet.
Well, Lawrence Godfrey, who owns the boat, said his son Dylan wanted a silly name, and he heard the name Bin Laden on TV and thought it was funny.
Did they honestly think that's a security risk? Is that...
They changed its name to the Exploding Death Boat.
Joaquin Phoenix's family name was changed back in 1978. Would anyone like to hazard a guess as to what Joaquin Phoenix's name was?
Derek.
Just Derek.
Well, actually, it was Bottom.
Bottom?
Ah.
Joaquin
Bottom.
You can see why you changed that.
That's the brother of River Phoenix. So River Phoenix's real name was River Bottom?
Yes.
That's exactly right.
If your family's called Bottom, you don't call your kid River, do you? I mean, the only thing would be, smelly.
Well. In one interview, Joaquin Phoenix claimed that he suffers from multiple personality disorder, or as a real actor calls it, RAIN. Time now for the Missing Words round, which this week features as its guest publication, the British Water Tower Appreciation Society. I was going to read the whole edition, but I'd already completed one 5-year mission. So and we start with William Hague's What performs what?
Is it Water Tower performs songs from the shows?
Leader performs badly.
William Hague, 83-year-old father, performs wing walk stunt. See?
Oh, my God.
William Hague's father recently clambered onto a flying aircraft, completed long hikes, climbed mountains, and he still can't shake off the bastard. Will you get away from me, son? Let me die in peace. Next, the Sunday Times brands water tower enthusiasts as
nut jobs.
Left-wing subversives.
Mad.
Sad.
Bad.
Enemy within.
The Sunday Times brands water tower enthusiasts as anoraks. See, I understand anoraks is a British term for obsessive fans who devote their lives to something that doesn't matter. Well, don't knock that, guys. It pays my pension. Cleaning lady next forgets to what?
Wipe.
Clean.
Clean, but spelt clean.
All right, the clean lady forgets to attach the nozzle to the vacuum cleaner. This is a story of an unidentified cleaner who became an internet hit because of this video.
Oh. Poor lady.
She's missed a bit there.
Next.
Yes.
Britain's rudest what to what?
Taught us to harangue the nation.
Britain's rudest royal to tell nation to stick Jubilee up its arse.
Britain's rudest shop to shut after 170 years.
Damn it.
This is the closure of Palfrey and Kemp, a shop in Lymington, whose owners Terry Palfrey and Jeff Kemp were described by The Independent as being the rudest in Britain. And soon there'll be a sign on the door that says, "Fuck off or closed."
I never thought I'd hear Captain Kirk say that.
What about T.J. Hooker? He was meant to be a policeman.
Next, New Grimsby Telegraph, scratch and sniff edition. What?
Features water tower.
New Grimsby Telegraph, scratch and sniff edition smells of bread. Readers of Grimsby local papers have been treated to an edition smelling of freshly baked bread, though I have no idea how in Grimsby you can smell the bread in the newspaper through the overpowering stench of rotting fish.
What's Grimsby done to you?
Well, compared to Ilfracombe, very little.
Next, the day the Queen threw a tantrum and what?
Regained India.
The day the Queen threw a tantrum and tipped a pot of ink over her own head. But only because she had run out of stamps, and so she had to slam her head against the arm. Is that the funniest thing you've ever heard? Mail this! And so the final scores are Ian and Charlie have 4.
No.
It's the monitor. It was the other way around. That's the...
Hey,
Ian and Charlie have 6.
Yeah.
There you go.
it's not important.
It's not accurate.
Paul and Andy have 7.
7.
On which note, we say thank you to our panelists, Ian Hislop and Charlie Brooker, Paul Morton and Andy Hamilton. Go back.
Should I be
Back, Paul.
Shall I go?
Paul Merton.
There you go.
Back!
No. On which note, we say thank you to our panelists, Ian Hillsop and Charlie Brooker. On which note, we say thank you to our panelists, Ian Hislop and Charlie Brooker, and Paul Merton and Andy Hamilton.
Hey!
And I leave you with the news that at the G8 summit, the decision on whether Germany should fund the Euro bailout goes to a show of hands. Today, one of his Australian outback holiday, and it's the same old story for George Michael. And at the Institute of Contemporary Dance, rehearsals are underway for its carefully choreographed new work, Clegg and Cameron, The Coalition. Good night.
Good night. That was fucking incredible. Holy shit, that was like the most fever dream episode, I swear. Seriously, that was incredible. I'm so glad I did that. You know, he didn't know what was going on, but also he knew exactly what was going on. If that makes sense. Ian and Paul had a blast, too. Like, they were absolutely loving that. Everybody was. But especially them two. They were having a blast with that. That was some sort of fever dream. My lord. That was very eventful recording during that. Saw a hilarious episode of that and randomly got $200 during it. Thank you again to Greg for that, by the way. Again, I really hope you meant to do that. If you didn't, message me back before I cash it. Message me back. Good lord. Well, that is going to do it for my 5th reaction to Have I Got News For You. I hope you guys enjoyed and get another one. Again, if this is going up, which is likely on a third-party website upon release, then I will probably re-upload this next month on YouTube. For now, though, that is it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch, where I stream every single day, my second channel for reviews, my Twitter. If you want to follow me on my Patreon, if you want to support me on my Daily Motion, all things are in the video description down below, as well as the Twitch VODs channel and the community Reddit. Thank you to all my Patrons who are currently named in the video description as well. If you're constantly supporting me on my channel, for those that know, you can be a patron of me for as little as $1 or £1, or more if you wish. You get access to reaction videos, as well as I'll read your comments up to a day early. Sometimes more, if all that being said, though, or sometimes less, considering you're getting this with, like, probably, like, 10 hours to spare. If all that being said, though, my name is Stafford16. This has been my 5th reaction to Have I Got News For You, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.